All right, so we're gonna try something new this week. We're just gonna do like a weekly shop talk, show you guys what we're doing in our shop, what we got going on. We got a few different weird issues, so we're gonna try show you guys that stuff and hopefully not, you know, the more boring stuff. Right here, so we actually got, I should say, like 3 of these Fords, 6-7 Fords that is, with probably some major engine issues. We got 2 cabs going up because they got low compression on them. We'll show you them real quick, but first, I'm gonna show you this Illumiduty right here. This guy actually is from Des Moines. His name is Sang Cam, and he owns Sakari up in Des Moines. So I want to give him a shout out. So if you guys like sushi, it's some of the best sushi you can get, Des Moines, Iowa. This thing's got a huge popping noise in the intake when it's running. We still got the compression gauge on this bad cylinder. So we're gonna show you guys how to compression test it before we pull it off. We usually always put a battery charger on it, keep the batteries up. There's a little wire over here that runs right to the starter. You can just unplug it and then put it on your positive post. So Kyle's gonna crank it over while we watch the gauge. And as you can see, it's only 125 or so. So we're gonna throw the glow plug back in it, then you guys can hear it run. All right, fired up. Back that out, move this square body out of the way because it's in the way of everything. And then hopefully we'll put it on one of these T-posts. Behind me, pretty clean 4-chin G56. This is actually our second G56 clutch we're putting in. I believe his name's Bentley Cool. I hope I didn't screw that up. Now this thing actually did have a South Bend dual disc in it already that we're replacing, and nothing against South Bend, they're good clutches too. And I think actually what happened is, well, the throwout bearing's clearly gone. I mean, she completely left the chat, but it's because all this material probably got in there, got wrapped up in it. Pins in the clutch fell out, and boom, yeah, it was not working. Did not sound good. Take you guys back here. This is another one, another 6.7, cylinder 5, low compression. So it runs, but it's got a code for cylinder contribution, I believe. Compression tested it, low on compression. This is another 6.7, low compression on a cylinder. So we're gonna dig into that one a little bit more. And then probably get it on 2 posts and pull the cab. All right, so Ty's been working on getting this thing ready. Let's get the cab off. Everything's pretty much unhooked. AC's pulled out, battery's out, all the wiring's unhooked. We're gonna set the camera up here as we raise it up. This one has low compression, cylinder 7. We're gonna get the cab up, pull the head off. Or I should say we're gonna pull the valve covers off first, make sure there's no physical rocker damage, that sort of thing. But most likely it has a bent rod, that's our guess. We're gonna pull the cab, figure it out. So I didn't get a ton of footage of this engine coming out, but this is that steel body. It came to us non-running, and so we really didn't know what was going on with it. Another guy had compression tested it, so it was low on compression. We pulled the valve cover off, then we ended up pulling the head off, and the piston wasn't coming up all the way. Thinking maybe it had a bent rod, but we ended up pulling the pan off, and we found the bearings were completely gone. The rod was not bent, but the bearings were completely gone. And And same, I mean, on the crank shot, everything. So, I mean, the thing had been making a ton of noise, but like I say, it came to us non-running. It was already halfway tore apart. Fortunately, we couldn't even hear it. Otherwise, I mean, it had to been knocking like crazy. But that's the update on that one. So we're just waiting on a used engine for it. And actually, I think we got a part out truck coming that we're going to rip the motor out of it and then put in this thing. I do got another quick project that we're working on. I just want to show you guys. This is a 2020 Duramax. Had the StabiliTrak light come on, check engine light, reduce engine power, all that fun stuff. Really common issue. Hook the scanner up, injector 8 circuit code. Most of you guys have been around these trucks. You know that injector connector, you know, pigtail failed. Ty's already put a new connector on it. And actually the dealership, I don't know which dealership, had put a new injector in it. I just want to say it's never the injector. Well, 95 or 99% of the time it's not. We actually did have one of these trucks, we had to put an injector in, but that's only because the injector connector got so hot, it actually started melting and like corroding, or not corroding, but burned up the pin on the injector. And that's the only time we've ever had to, you know, replace an injector for this type of circuit code. And lastly, I will say, I don't know what it is. There must be something in the water around here, because we got 3 of these 674s that are probably going to need engines, or at least major engine problems. There's another one outside, low compression. It's like 300 PSI, but it's got a ton of blow by. So, you know, cracked piston, broke a ring, something crazy like that. So as soon as we get this white truck finished up, because this will probably be the one that gets finished up first, you know, it should only take another day or two. We'll have that one done. Then we're going to pull that one in, pull the cab on it. And I don't even think we're going to diagnose it. You know, it's got blow by, so it's something crazy with the piston. These guys need it back. They're going into their busy season, so we're going to order a new engine today for it and get it coming. We got a new long block sitting here and get that thing back on the road for him. All right, so Kyle's been getting this 2018 cab ready to pull. I think it's an 18. We got all the electrical unhooked, steering, brakes, all that obvious stuff. Got it on the 2-post. We did have to pull the electric steps off so that we can get the arms on it. So we're gonna set the camera up and get ready to pull this cab. It's in the shop today. We got a 19 Cummins here. Customer wanted to put an upgraded converter in it. This one has the Eisen transmission in it. So we bought a Randy's quad disc converter. We're doing that with their billet flex plate. And then we're gonna upgrade the bolts to ARP bolts. So down here, we got the new converter. We're gonna get ready to throw that in. We're also doing a lift pump, a fast 165, and a sump on this 16 Duramax here. That's a pretty good upgrade for these trucks. You guys are always wanting to put a lift pump on it. When we do it, we always do the fast with the sump. Do the sump, that way you don't have to drop your tank down, and then you also don't have to worry about the draw straw leaking. And we're also doing the factory fuel filter bowl to get rid of that factory filter. Is it heavy? Tell the viewers, Ty, that we got that converter seated all the way.
We think we have that converter seated all the way. Now it's seated all the way.
And we did a rear main seal while we had the flex plate off. So the new flex plate's on, the bolts are in it, and Ty's gonna put the training back in. Go team. All right, so while they're finishing up that trans, I'm gonna take you guys outside and show you this Dodge. We did a little bit of work too. We've done a lot of work to this truck. If you didn't notice, it is a mega cab long box dually. So Dodge never made a mega cab long box. He had this thing lengthened, I believe down in Texas, had it lengthened, custom made. He took it to Kelderman, full air ride. I mean, it's built trans, second gen swap, fast. So it came in here today. We just did a couple of fast heater kits he wanted done, then a fleece coolant bypass kit on it. So we just finished that up, and then he's gonna come pick it up tonight. But this thing is really cool truck. A lot of work done to it. You know, it's on the forces, everything. And then behind me, you know, we got that Illuminati we were talking about, getting the new motor. So we're actually stripping down the injectors, or the fuel system, I should say, pulling that off, the turbo off, getting all the hard parts off of it before we pull the motor out. We got this new long block over here. It's still in the pallet. We're gonna get all the parts pulled off of it, pull the motor out, and then we will get the new long block set in there, because usually we only put like the flex plate on and a few other small parts, you know, motor mounts, obviously, all that stuff. Set the motor in there, then you can work on it pretty easy, because it's, you know, the frame acts as a little engine stand sitting there. Really easy to put the parts on. Got a couple other small projects we finished up. I'll show you. One of them sitting outside here. Behind me, I got this LLY here, 05 Duramax. Just put a lift pump on it for him. We did do a sump also. That's what he preferred. Then we got rid of the factory fuel filter up under the hood, because those suck to change. If you got a Duramax 01 to 16, you know what I'm talking about. That factory filter sucks to get to. We got her tucked up pretty high. And you can see that the sump is right there. Fast sump. Run your lines up between the tank. Tucked up in there nice and neat like. This project here, this will be featured in one of our next videos. It don't look like much, but this is the start of my wife's project. She wants to build a dent side Ford, so like a 73 to 79 Ford. She wants it to be a crew cab. We got the truck around back, the donor vehicle for the cab anyways. So we're gonna build a crew cab dent side Ford. It'll be a 6.7, because that's what this is. This is a 2015 6.7 Ford frame and chassis. We're gonna shorten it up, bolt the body onto it, so it will be a body swap. You know, do a bunch of fun things to the engine, turbo, piping, all that fun stuff. But yeah, that'll be a whole separate video, probably a few videos by itself, I'm sure, when we get to that. I believe the customer said this Ford here will be on its 3rd transmission. It might even be its 4th, I can't remember how he said it. But anyways, he brought it to us finally. Ford have been putting transmissions in it. We're gonna put a new built transmission in it. It comes with a 3-year, 100,000 mile warranty. The Ford transmissions, I believe they weren't staying behind the warranty, because it was only a year and they would go out right after a year. I believe he might have put a couple of them in it. They might have warranted the first one. I don't remember how he put it. Anyways, we're gonna put a built trans in it, fully built, and hopefully it shouldn't have any issues. Good thing is, if he does, you know, we take care of the labor and everything. He'll have a new tranny. This is it. This is the Road Ripper 3000 triple disc converter, upgraded internals. Comes with a factory deep pan, or I should say, they all come with a factory. They all come with a deep pan, pre-filled with fluid. So you literally just bolt this thing in, program the valve body strategy code, and then you're good to go. 3-year, 100,000 mile warranty. All right, so we got this transmission pulled out, this Ford. Gonna flush the lines up to the cooler. The cooler sets right here. On the Fords, we always put a brand new transmission cooler on it, so you don't even try flushing things out. Those things are relatively cheap, so just put a new one on when you do that. All right, so we got this Alumaduty engine ready to come out. Forklift operator Kyle's gonna hop on the forklift and run it. Got everything out but the couple of bolts in the transmission. We always put a floor jack with a block under it to hold the transmission. We built this little jig out of a cherry picker. Goes right on the forks, lift it out. Alright, so the old engine's out. We're gonna set it down on the ground. And we gotta swap the flex plate. Still gotta drain the oil out of it. Just can't send the old engines back with the oil in it. Swap the motor mounts, a few other little things. And then tomorrow morning we'll set that new engine in. All right, so bear with me on this YouTube video because this is like a series of a whole week worth of work. So different days of filming and stuff, and I'm gonna combine it. So yesterday, Ty pulled this cab on this truck. Kyle's been working on the Illumiduty, getting that engine ready to go in. But anyways, this is the one that had the blow-by, really bad blow-by. So when you got blow-by, you know, it's cracked piston, melted piston, broken ring, that sort of thing. So it's not even worth tearing down to see. We got a new long block sitting over there. I'll show you guys. But I wanted to make a note that whenever we have a truck like this, it's older and we're putting a new engine in it, or about anything really, we get the injectors tested or replaced. So we sent these injectors out up to Des Moines Diesel. They're going to run them on a bench stand, test them, make sure they're not over fueling, because that could have possibly caused the, you know, melted piston if one's over fueling. So it's pretty much ready to come out, and then we will get ready to set the new engine in. So it comes with your install kit, of course, like we talked about. Hoses, thermostats, exhaust gaskets, every gasket you need to put this thing in. Valve covers are on it. It's ready for injectors. Comes with a water pump on it. And then it comes with thermostat. We got to throw the flex plate on. That's pretty much it. The flex plate and your engine mounts will go on. Then we'll bolt it in there. Then you set your old engine back in here to get your core refund. Then over here, Kyle's been working on this one. He got the old engine out, obviously. Showed that earlier. But he's been working on swapping all the parts over to this thing. So you can see like your fuel system and everything. Injectors are ready, or excuse me, injectors are in it. So this engine is pretty much ready to go in. We're gonna move this Ford out of the way, and then we will set this engine in here later today. And we'll get a video of that. This Ford actually, 6.0 Ford, has some turbo issues. It sounded like the turbo vanes were sticking. Customer stated that it sounded like the wastegate kept dumping on the turbo, which if you know a 6.0 Ford, it doesn't technically have a wastegate. It has a VGT vanes. So actually those vanes were kind of like sticking and dumping. It was really bad when it was cold. We went ahead and pulled the turbo off, and I told him I'd try to clean it because the turbo wasn't very old. It was a little over 2 years old, but it's not cleanable. You can see that the vanes were actually getting into the wheels, or the wheel, I should say, and it ate it all up. So we got a new turbo coming for that. We just put a brand new Garrett on this thing. All right, so today we're gonna finish up this video by putting in this long block into this 18. Kyle made me buy a load leveler because he was not impressed with the ratchet strap in our last video. So we finally splurged and bought an OTC load leveler here. Should make a world of difference putting these engines in. Before we always used a ratchet strap, and we got by, but I think since we were starting filming, he wanted us to be more formal. So we bought a load leveler. We're gonna get ready to drop it in here. Should drop in pretty easy. The hardest part about these Fords is on the converter, there's studs instead of bolts like Duramaxes and other engines have. Cummins has bolts also. So you gotta get the studs lined up with the flex plate at the same time. So you gotta line up all that stuff at the same exact time. I'm gonna set the camera down here, help put this thing in. All right, so we got her all slid together. Gonna take the jack out from under it. Oop. Kyle's hand might have been in there. And even with our new load leveler, we still had to use a little ratchet strap just to get the right angle, but the load leveler did help a lot. So now we're just gonna let it down, get it in the motor mounts, put the rest of the bell housing bolts in, converter bolts. He's gonna put the rest of the stuff on the engine, and then we'll roll it back under the truck, put the cab down. But that'll pretty much wrap up this video. There's nothing too exciting in this video compared to some of the other trucks, like this one or the first gen, but we got a couple of good videos coming for the first gen and this one too, I guess. It'll probably be in a week or two. Anyways, let us know what you think if you watch this again. And don't forget to like and subscribe.